Okay, this is the second video for Andrew Heaney's amazing grass making machine, and just to let you see what the finished article looks like here once the glue dries. I think you'll all just agree that a little dot of glue on there and then onto your base just like that would be fantastic. So well done, Andrew, for that. Right, we're going to do a little patch of grass in this area here just to show you what it looks like when you're doing something slightly bigger. So I'll hand over to Andrew.
Okay, one of these wee pieces there, they'll be fine. Okay, much the same system, static gun, pin, white glue and flocking material. Nothing different, only thing is we're going to make a larger area. Now, I do myself dioramas, they're all about maybe 6 inches square, and I try my best to try and put grass into things, but have the grass standing up to make it look like grass, because grass naturally wants to grow up vertical, up into the sky. And there's nothing worse than putting some grass down and it just looks like an old wig. So I'll put 2 samples there. I'll do a little sample here and do it without the static gun, and I'll put a little sample here and I'll do it with the static gun, and you can see the difference. And I think you'll find that it's a good investment if you're serious about your models. Anyway, let's put some glue into this area. So this is going to be static free, and I'll put a little bit in here, and this is where we'll use the static gun. Now, there's quite a bit of glue in that, but I'm going to use my finger, and again notice the rubber gloves, and that's purely to protect myself against the discharge from the static gun, as I have learnt in the past, and once bitten, so to speak. So anyway, there's 2 areas there just for comparison. Now in this I've painted the base brown. When you're doing this, it looks white just now because of the glue, as I said before. The glue will dry and it will go transparent, and the brown will show through. And grass grows usually on earth, and earth is brown, so you can paint, if you're going to do this, paint the base, because there's nothing worse than spending a lot of time and effort building a beautiful model and you forget to put the base coats down, you put your grass down, and the base coat shines through and the grass just doesn't look right. So spend a wee bit of time. This is just a mixture of brown and green together, just to give some sort of dark colour. Okay, so this one here, I'm going to use the static gun, but I'm not going to connect it up. It's purely just for scattering purposes. So we'll put the flocking material into it, and I'll just, as normal, just scatter it about. And again, as I said, this is just like doing the glitter technique if you're doing cards. And we'll leave that. Okay, so there's no discharge. Some of the strands will be vertical, just the way, I mean, there are tens of thousands of little strands there, and some of them will stand up, but most of them are just lying flat.
So if
you hold it at a different angle, you might see that.
So yeah, not much happening there, right? Okay.
So it's like when you buy Action Man, you want it to look like Action Man's head. That's the way I look at it. Okay. Now should go into a new business. All these guys that are buying Rogaine for new hair, I can static to the back of their head.
The needle looks a bit sore for that.
Yeah. Anyway, so the same thing. Plug this in. So the pin there is taking one charge, so this will go positive, this is negative, and this will charge up and things want to be attracted. So again, I'll put some static material. I'll put a fair bit in here. I'll take out these big strands so as not to choke. And again, when I press this button, some of this might actually stand up because it's going to be charged up, but you might hear the thing making a noise. It's a very high pitched noise. I'm just going to wait, get a wee bit of charge built up in the wee colander thing. Okay, now again, just scatter it as you did before with the tufts, when you're going over a larger area, and be very careful not to touch that pin, or you'll go bang, ouch, and you'll have a terrible smell of burnt hair. So, again, it takes a wee while, and it is coming. In fact, there you can see it. The grass is starting to rise. And like before, give yourself a good coating. No point being sparse with this stuff. It's not that expensive. And you can get flocky material. Okay, I purchase it from shops, but you can look around. I mean, if your wife's got an old fur coat, I mean, shave it. Use the hair on it. The natural materials. All works. Okay, and I'm going to do the same as again with the static. I'm going to encourage the grass to stand up. Okay, and you can see me picking it up. And there's a good example of it. Okay, you can see it. It's like a balloon when you charge up a balloon and it wants to stick to a wall or stick to your hair or whatever. It's the same thing I'm doing here. Again, just watch very carefully, don't touch that pin. Okay, just encourage it. Okay. Backwards and forwards. And again, there's enough tension in the glue for the grasses that are vertical to stay vertical. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect this just now. There's that spark to discharge it. I'm going to tip this up. Let's see what it's like, the comparison, but then I'll probably put the charge back on again because there is quite a lot of flocking in here which is possibly flattening down, just to be soft, which is probably flattening down the grasses that you're wanting to stick up. So we'll just tear that off. Okay, like that. You can have a look at the difference just now. And again, if we hold this at an angle, I don't know if we can get a better light in here. Okay, you can see the stuff that's just lying without the static, and the stuff that has been charged is standing up the way. Agreed?
Oh yeah, it's, hold on, I just need to get it in focus. Yeah, that's...
Okay, now what I've done is I've taken some of that excess grass off there. So if I just put this back down again, because some of that was weighing down on the subject and probably flattening some of the strands. I'll just reconnect up again. I've got nothing in here, so I'm not putting any more flock in it. And I'll just let it charge up again. And I'll just slowly just go over it. Just kissing the grass and just encouraging more of it to stand vertical. The ones that were sort of held down by the other mass of material. Okay, you can see it, it's encouraging grass to stand up. Okay, and again, grass is not all one size, so use your mix wisely. Don't use, if you buy 6mm or 8mm, don't keep it all the same size. This is a mixture of maybe 3 or 4 different lengths of fibre, and that just gives you that wee bit more natural appearance. Okay, so we'll leave that. I think it's a wee bit better. And again, discharging, that was a good crack, that one. Any fly came into that, we'd have known about it. And there you are, a good idea. It looks like the hair from one of these action men. Okay, the flocked hair. Now you can leave it like that to dry, or if you're building a diorama and you've got little characters that are walking through, what you could do is possibly just with the back of a pencil is maybe just flatten an area. Somebody's walked through, maybe an animal or a vehicle's gone through and it's just flattened. Okay, well, let's do 2 parallel lines, and you do it to the scale of the vehicle that is there. And it maybe doesn't seem a lot there, but once that dries, you will actually see like tracks going through it, and that gives a wee bit more realism to it. So maybe a vehicle's travelled through there, or a couple of guys have walked through the field, whatever. And again, you can leave it like that. You can see the different colours in this grass. This has got reds and greens and browns and things. If you're not happy with it, you can always tint it again with a wee bit of spray once it's all dry. But that's the basis of doing larger areas.
Again, Andrew, thanks for your time. I'm sure everyone appreciates it. This is Crux Terminatus out.